In today's news, XRP is up over 6% within a single year. It has outperformed every savings account of every bank in the world, and yet people are still crying about it. This is a common misconception that surrounds XRP. Yes, XRP is a crypto, which is a very volatile asset class, but equally, XRP has deep connections with massive governments and institutions all around the world, and these governments and institutions have talked about XRP becoming a bridge currency for CBDCs all around the world, and therefore, technically speaking, XRP is more like a banker's coin, a stable coin, than a crypto, which would explain the stagnant price. But it won't be this way forever, as Ripple's Vice President James Wallace effectively confirmed in this interview that these banks, these governments, these financial institutions, these connections and their acknowledgement of XRP will make XRP's price explode.
Yeah, I know here in the US we focus a lot on the US, that's what you'd expect, but the reality is that the rest of the world does not see things the same way. I think it's been clear for a while that countries like the UK and Switzerland and Japan have been very clear that XRP is not a security. So anyway, moving on to the CBDC side, it's not really been an impediment. Since we started 2.5 years ago on this project, we've announced 5 different countries that are working with us. We have a similar number that are not announced, and then we have 20 plus other active discussions underway. So from my point of view, it's great that we've got this victory. It doesn't dramatically change the work that I'm working on with central banks around the world.
But wait, there's more, as Marianne Weber, Standard Chartered Bank, mentioned Ripple in the European Parliament. Let's take a look at this.
Do you see a future without clearing houses?
I think regulation is certainly not, in my opinion, the biggest or the only blocker to these markets scaling. I think one of the issues that's actually maybe slightly less spoken about, and to answer your question, Demetrius, there are inherent conflicts of interest present in this to help these, which prevent, I think, these markets scaling. There are parts of the market, frankly, which may stand to be disintermediated if this technology takes off in the way many of us think it will. So I hope that's my diplomatic way of answering your question, Demetrius. But I think something else I just want to say about the regulation, and to your point, Peter, about crypto assets and the attitude towards crypto assets. I think Standard Chartered is maybe a slight outlier here in that we do have live crypto asset initiatives, and I'm talking crypto assets here, not tokenized traditional assets. We already have a live crypto asset custodian and a live crypto asset brokerage and exchange, again through our Standard Chartered Ventures arms, and we will soon be launching crypto asset custody in Dubai as well. And the reason for that, we don't necessarily think crypto assets is the end game. We are sort of, I think, aligned with other peers in that we do think tokenized traditional assets is more the end game. But the learning that we've gone through as an institution through getting these crypto asset initiatives off the ground, and frankly that's where the liquidity is at the moment, and hence there is some commercial opportunity there. The learning that we've gone through from a risk management perspective is really quite something. And I think about our first foray into crypto assets, which was our first investment in Ripple in 2016, and our whole risk management framework in regards to digital assets has incrementally enhanced year on year. The learning that we've gone through has been hugely valuable, and we hope sort of sets us up in pretty good stead. So I think the point I'm coming to is the regulatory attitudes, and I think the political rhetoric around crypto assets and digital assets is actually possibly more important than the actual regulation itself. We have not yet come across any genuine regulatory blockers that have prevented us from moving forward in the endeavours that we want to explore. But it's the attitude and the openness of regulators and policymakers which I think is really crucial for innovation.
This is why XRP can't remain dirt cheap. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.